It rained the day I moved into apartment 3B on Delancey Street. Not a warm, cinematic rain, but a cold, persistent drizzle that soaked through your sleeves and made your soul feel damp. New York in February had a way of stripping things down: noise, color, people. That winter, I wanted to be invisible. I wasn't running away, exactly, more like untethering myself from who I used to be. After my breakdown, my doctor said I needed to restructure my boundaries. I didn't know what that meant. All I knew was that after the miscarriage, after Milo left without a note, after the sleepless nights full of static, I didn't recognize the woman in the mirror. So I packed what was left of my life into 4 boxes, sublet a stranger's apartment, and stopped answering calls from back home. The apartment smelled like someone else's cigarettes and jasmine tea. The floor creaked like it had secrets, and the radiator clanged like a ghost stuck in the pipes. But the window overlooked a fire escape, and beyond that, another window. That's where I first saw him. He sat at a cluttered desk every night, always in black, his head down, sketching with the focus of someone trying to outrun something. I watched him for days before he looked up. When he finally did, his eyes met mine like we were picking up a conversation we'd forgotten we'd started. I don't remember who waved first. His name was Theo. He was a tattoo artist with hands made for gentleness and a stare that felt too steady for someone so visibly broken. His sister Maria owned the parlor downstairs. I just worked the midnight shift. He told me once, through the fire escape, I don't like mornings, they feel dishonest. We talked that way for weeks across the alley, 2 stories up. I told him about insomnia, about how some nights I'd listen to the city breathe and wonder if I could just vanish into it. He never pitied me, never told me it would be okay, he just listened. He told me he didn't draw people anymore. Said every face reminded him of someone he lost. One night I left my window open and climbed out onto the fire escape. He did the same. We sat there, knees barely touching, breath clouding in the cold. Do you ever wish you could just forget? I asked all the time. He whispered, but forgetting's not the same as healing. Then softly, who was it? My son, I said, voice cracking. He never made it past 8 weeks, but I named him anyway. I used to sing to him in the shower. Theo didn't speak, just rested his head against mine. The next day I found a small sketch pushed under my door, a sleeping baby cradled in stars, Milo's name written in soft cursive at the bottom. I cried for the first time in months. We started spending nights together, not in the way people do when they're falling in love, but in the way survivors do. We stitched each other back together with silence and shared cigarettes and old Billie Holiday records. Then came the letter. It was a Wednesday, rain again. Theo handed it to me without a word. His hands were shaking. The paper trembled like something alive. It was from Sing Sing Correctional Facility. Inside, a photo, a little boy, dark curls, blue eyes, and a note scrawled in messy, aching ink. Theo, he's 6 now, he asks about you. I told him his father was an artist. I didn't tell him why you stopped writing. Please, he needs to know you didn't forget. I stared at the photo, my heart cracking like thin glass. You have a son? He looked away. I didn't know, not for sure until now. His mother and I, we were toxic. She left when I got arrested. What did you do? I whispered. I hit a man, thought he was hurting Maria. He wasn't. I didn't wait, broke his jaw in 3 places, served 18 months. Silence stretched like smoke between us. I'm not who I was, he said, but I don't know how to be a father. I barely know how to be a person. I finished for him. He nodded. That night he kissed me like it might be the last time. And maybe it was. Because in the morning his apartment was empty. No note, no goodbye. Just a sketch tacked to my window, a fire escape, 2 figures in the rain holding hands. Weeks passed, spring began to melt the city's bitterness. Then on a Monday in April, I opened my mailbox. Inside was a postcard, a drawing of a boy in a playground on his shoulders, the man I had loved in fragments. Theo's handwriting was messy but sure. His name is Eli. I'm trying. I hope you are too. I smiled. then cried, then painted for the first time in a year. Sometimes love isn't what stays. Sometimes it's what gives you back to yourself.